Alright, hey everybody, so welcome to another After We Collided movie video. So yesterday, Jennifer Gibgot was on Instagram and she was answering a couple of questions. And one of the questions that came up was from somebody asking, what is your favorite scene in AWC? That's After We Collided. Can you answer it in emojis, please? Love you all. Alright, so Jennifer Gibgot responded with, hi. I have several favorite scenes. For comedy, it would definitely be the fight between Molly and Tessa, because Inanna and Josephine really went for it. Anna and I were watching the whole thing like... My favorite sad scene is Hardin and Tessa getting in fight on New Year's, and when Landon comes to visit Hardin after car accident. All this is from the book, so I'm not giving away any spoilers, but Hero is so good in that scene. He just started crying and it felt so real. My favorite romance scene is, and of course she did the emoji with no mouth, so obviously she was not able to actually answer that question. Alright, so one of the big questions that a lot of people have had is, especially people who have not read the book, or even people who read the book who might not remember, is the scene between Hardin and Landon. You know, what the hell is that scene? Alright, so what I decided to do, and if you guys thought that I was not going to do this, then you clearly do not know me. Alright, so I have the book right here, so I wanted to go ahead and give you guys a reading of that scene. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll talk a little bit after I do that. And I'm not going to read the entire chapter, just that portion, because at some point in the chapter, a character enters the scene who is clearly not going to be there when they actually, during the actual scene in the movie. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Chapter 78, Hardin. I crack open my fourth beer and spin the cap on the glossy wooden surface of a coffee table. When is she going to be here? Is she going to be here? Maybe I should just text her and tell her that I did have sex with Carly, just to end both of our miseries. A loud knock on the door breaks me from my plotting. Here we go. I hope she's alone. I grab my beer and take another swig and head for the door. The knocking quickly shifts to pounding, and I swing the door open to find Landon. Before I can react, his hands grip the collar of my t-shirt, and he slams me against the wall. The fuck? He's much stronger than I ever expected, and I'm astounded by his aggressive behavior. What the hell is wrong with you? He yells. I didn't know his voice could even get that loud. Get the fuck off me! I push back, but he doesn't move. Fuck, he's strong. He lets go of me, and for a second I think he's gonna punch me, but he doesn't. I know that you slept with another girl, and you caused her to wreck her car! He gets in my face again. I suggest you lower your fucking voice. I snap. I'm not afraid of you, he says through his teeth. The alcohol makes me indignant, when I should be ashamed. I already beat your ass before, remember? I say, as I go back to the couch and sit. Landon follows me. I wasn't as angry with you then as I am now. He lifts his chin higher. You can't go around hurting her all the time. I wave him off. I didn't even sleep with that girl. I just slept over at her house, so you mind your own damn business. Oh, wow. Of course you're drinking. He gestures at the empty beer bottle on the table, and the one in my hand. Tessa's all banged up, and has a concussion because of you, and here you are getting drunk. You're such a prick! He practically screams. That wasn't my fucking fault. I tried to talk to her. Yes, it was your fault. It was your damn text message that she was trying to read when she crashed. A text that she knew right away was a lie, might I add. The breath is knocked out of me. What are you talking about? I choke. She was so anxious to hear from you all day, she grabbed her phone as soon as she saw your name. This is my fault. How did I not put it together? I caused these injuries to her. I hurt her. Landon continues to stare at me. She's done with you. You know that, don't you? I look up at him, suddenly weary. Yeah, I know. I reach for my beer. You can leave now. But he snatches the bottle from my hand and walks into the kitchen. You're really fucking pushing it. I warn him and jump up. You're being an idiot and you know it. You're here getting shit-faced while Tessa's hurt and you don't even care. He yells. Stop yelling at me, fuck! I twist my fingers in my hair, tugging at the roots. I do care, but she isn't going to believe anything I say. Do you blame her? You should have just come home or how about this, never left at all, he says, and pours my beer down the drain. How can you be so uncaring? She loves you so much. He goes to the refrigerator and hands me a bottle of water. I'm not uncaring. I'm just sick of waiting for some shit to happen. You were babbling on and on about your fucking perfect love life and making sacrifices, blah, blah. Then Tess goes and says his damn name. I roll my head back, staring at the ceiling for a moment. Whose name? He asks. Zed. She said his name in her sleep, clear as day, like she wanted him to be there instead of me. In her sleep? He asks, and I can hear the sarcasm in his voice. Yes, sleeping or not, she said his name instead of mine. He rolls his eyes. You do realize how ridiculous this sounds, don't you? Tessa said Zed's name while she was sleeping, so you go out and get drunk? You're making a big deal out of this for no reason. The water bottle crunches and collapses in my hand from my grip. You don't even... I start, but then hear keys and the sound of the front door lock, and the front lock turning and opening. I turn around and see her coming through the door. Tessa. And that's where we'll pause because another character is going to enter who is not going to be in this scene. But yeah, for anybody who was wondering, what scene is she talking about, that's the scene. And all I could say, reading her response and reading about, all of her favorite scenes is that all I could think of was, if y'all remember Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, where The Rock is, standing in the clearing, and he's just like, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. Yeah, this movie is gonna wreck me. The fight on New Year's between Hardin and Tessa is gonna wreck me. I cannot wait to see Shane Paul McGee and Hero Finds Tiffin, do the confrontation scene. Especially because Jennifer Gibgot is saying that Hero is so good in that scene, and he just started crying, and it felt so real. I'm not ready. This film is going to wreck me. There are going to be plenty of scenes that wreck me. So a lot of people have been wondering, because she went very specific into her favorite scenes. Of course, these are scenes from the book, so of course she can say it. But at the end of the day, I think that the reason why she was able to do this, because every time we ask them, what are their favorite scenes, they are purposely vague on it, that they don't really answer the questions, that I really do think that she went to the studio and they are allowing her to actually, come out and say the specific scenes, such as the Molly and Tessa fight, the Hardin and Tessa fight on New Year's, and of course the Hardin and Landon confrontation. But yeah, that's what I think happened here, that I think that she did go to the studio because, earlier in the day, she did mention something about how, that she would go to the studio and try to give us something from the first film, and of course, people did not really want that, so she probably went to the studio and said, hey, can I give them a little bit of tidbits from the sequel, and so, of course, the studio said yes, and that's how we got this response. So, like she said, hi, I have several favorite scenes. For comedy, it would definitely be the fight between Molly and Tessa, because Inanna and Josephine really went for it. Anna and I were watching the whole thing my favorite sad scene is Hardin and Tessa getting in fight on New Year's and when Landon comes to visit Hardin after a car accident. All this is from the book, so I'm not giving away any spoilers, but Hero is so good in that scene. He just started crying and it felt so real. My favorite romantic scene is, and of course she doesn't say what that is, but yeah, jump down to the comment section below, let me know what you think. As always, thank you so much for watching, thank you so much for your continued love and support. As always, remember, if you like what you see here and you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and let's go through all the stuff you'll be able to find on this channel right now. So every day, I'll be doing daily uploads of the read-throughs, where I literally go through different books and read to you guys, page by page, chapter by chapter. All 7 books of the After series by Anna Todd are now on the channel to their completion. So yes, if you want to see more of me actually reading through the After series, especially after getting that little tidbit of After We Collided, then yeah, all 7 books of the After series by Anna Todd are now on the channel to their completion. Also on the channel to its completion is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I'm working on the Gabriel series by Sylvain Renard, and these will be daily uploads barring any types of personal illnesses or issues. Now that we have the official green light of the After We Collided movie, I'll be bringing you guys constant updates on that, so keep looking forward to that. You guys are going to be so updated that you'll be begging me to stop the updates. And those updates are also going to cover After We Fell and After Ever Happy. So once we get the green light on those two films, I'll also be bringing you guys constant updates on those as well. Every other day, I'll be doing different topics that come up in the After fandom. So if there's a topic out there that you guys want to see me talk about, go ahead and either leave it down in the comments, or you can find me on either Twitter, email, or my Facebook. All the relevant information is on the About section of the channel. As always, remember, this channel would not be able to go to the heights that it has without you guys, and so for that, I'm eternally grateful. You know and I know there are plenty of After fans, old and new, who have no idea that this channel exists, so keep sharing the channel, keep spreading the word of Charles's movie channel, because this will easily be one of the best After series channels you'll find right here on YouTube, or dare I say anywhere. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Keep liking, keep commenting, keep subscribing, keep sharing. My name is Charles. Welcome to the After Series channel. I'll see you later, After fans, After Naders. Take care, y'all. Love you.